What's up, guys? It's Rick Lee here with Rick Lee Studios, and today we are going to be talking about the dash cam. What you're looking at right now is my old dash camera and my new dash camera. And I'm going to let you know a little bit about what I think and what you should look for when you go out and purchase one. And I'll get started right after this. Welcome back, friends. Rick Lee here. Have you ever been driving down the road, saw something remarkable or even a touch scary and thought to yourself, man, if I had a dash cam, I could have made $1 million putting that on YouTube? Or have you ever went through a green light and a red light runner hit you and then the witness said it was your fault? Maybe your phone died. Maybe you were on the way home and your wife says you need to get there right away. Dinner's almost done. You got stuck by a couple roos duking it out in the road and nobody's gonna believe you. Any of those scenarios have ever ran through your head, you need a dash cam. And I have the right one for this. And it could even save you a little on your car insurance. It's the Vantrue PRO Dashcam. That's right, I said Uber, but it's not related to that. But it's called the Vantrue N2 PRO Dashcam. This remarkable little beast has cameras capable of 1920 by 1080p at 30 frames a second. Now, the front records at 2.5K. Both cameras are sporting 4 infrared night vision sensors with manual on and off, or you can even set them to auto on and off, which is what I do. This gives you the ability to have usable footage in the darkest of conditions. It's amazing. The coverage of this camera runs at 310 degrees between both cameras, so it's not a complete 360, however, you have a wide range. Now, I drive a little sporty car, so having the inside doesn't really show the outside along the edges. However, if you were in a pickup truck or something with a taller, more open windshield, you'd notice that you'd be able to see out your windows a lot better, giving you that 310 degree view. It features a parking mode with motion sensor. This will allow you to catch footage while your car is parked of anything going on. Somebody walks up to the front of your car, decides to start messing with it, or gets inside your car and you didn't want that to happen. This camera is going to catch all of that. It's going to start recording as soon as it gets any kind of motion. I've watched my kids come off the bus, cars parked in the driveway, fighting. I've seen my friends leaving and or leaving a note on my car. Really neat. It really comes in handy. You can use up to a 256 gigabyte SD card. However, Vantrue recommends that you use their own cards. For some reason, they say don't use SanDisk. I'm not really sure why. I don't know if it's the competitor's thing. Maybe they had some beefs going on with SanDisk when they tried to set up something with memory cards or something. I'm not sure. However, it says don't use SanDisk. I personally use SanDisk in my Vantrue and it works just fine. It also records sound in the vehicle, which is nice for those times that you're driving down the road and your wife said something and you look back to find out she was right all along. Now, using the parking mode option will automatically record video when motion is detected and you're away from your vehicle. This will need a constant power socket. You can also use an external battery pack that is capable of handling the amount of power this thing needs for long periods of time, so you don't really have to have it running off of your battery all the time. You can use an external battery pack. You may be curious about the hot days. This little fella here will work on anything from -4 to 158 degrees Fahrenheit. It can also withstand temperatures up to 194 degrees. It also has an LCD rotate, so depending on how you mount it in your car, you'll be able to have the screen one way or the other. It doesn't matter if the camera's upside down or not, it's going to work for you just fine. Now, one of the features that I like the best is loop recording. Loop recording also does time lapse, time and date stamping, and if you get the handy little GPS for it, you can also track your driving route, location, and speed. This particular model that I purchased came with an 18-month total peace of mind warranty. They also guarantee 100% satisfaction. When I made this video, you could pick this thing up on Amazon for $200. That's right, $200. Actually, it's $199.99. Where's my penny? When you open up the package for your new camera, you're going to get the N2 PRO dash camera with suction cup mount, 3-foot mini USB cable, car charger with a 10-foot mini USB cable, a user manual, and one of those quick guides that you look at for a few seconds and then throw away. The processor is a Navitec NT96660 with a screen display of 1.5-inch TFT LCD on a 4:3 scale. This image sensor in the front is a OV4689 and the rear is a Sony IMX323. So they stuck the IMX Sony on the backside. However, this OV4689 works just fine as the front camera. The front camera records at 170 degrees with its 6-layer glass lens system running at an f1.8 wide aperture. The rear is 140 degrees with f2.0 wide aperture lenses. The external memory is capable of using up to 256 gigabytes of the micro SD card. It comes with a USB 2.0 mini port, and the battery that came with it is a 2500 milliamp. When it comes to playback, you can play the video back on the dash cam, maybe with a little help of some reading glasses, for those far-sighted folks like me, or on your TV or Windows and Mac PCs. And since this is a review, I wanted to share with you some of the pros and cons about this particular camera system. Now, the pros, outside of everything listed in this video, I must say I really like this camera and the peace of mind knowing that what happens to me or what happens to my car, I will be able to see and share if I need to. Now, this is a definite upgrade from my Pro Dash camera that I purchased from a tool tent sale for $25. It only carried a 32 gigabyte camera, and every time it filled up, I had to go into the menu, go to Format, click this. This one here, I just throw the card in, plug it in, stick it up there, set it how I want it, and it's good to go. I don't have to worry about it anymore. With anything good, there has to be a few bad things, right? Well, nothing too critical. However, here's some of the cons. Con number 1. The display screen is really small. It's only 1.5 inches. Doesn't really give you much when you have the forward-facing camera on there and you also have the rear-facing camera on the same 1.5 inch screen. So really you can't see what's going on in front of you and what's going on in the cab. It's just enough to let you know it's there and it's recording. Now, con number 2 that I wrote down was that the battery didn't work on it. Now, I did get a peace of mind guarantee, so I could probably get a hold of them and say, hey, I plugged this thing in, it was plugged in for like a month it seemed like, and I unplugged it and it died right away. However, I might have had it plugged into something wrong, because when I did this video and I brought it in here, and during this video you can tell that I had the screen on a couple times when I did this video. I believe I have that in there, and it wasn't plugged into anything. The battery actually lasted quite a long time, and I did the recording that we did here in the studio. I actually did that on battery power. So I was really impressed with that. My con number 2 about the battery sucking, the battery doesn't suck. It actually works really well. When we first started off this video, there was something a little different about the two cameras. Sure, they're both dash cams. However, something was a little different about that. Did you catch what that was? If you did, throw that in the comments down below of what that difference was. It was real quick, but let's just see if you catch it. This channel is just getting started, so don't forget to subscribe and click on that little bell. Select all, and you'll be notified the next time a video is posted. Until next time, everybody, Rick Lee with Rick Lee Studios. Peace.